HR really have a massive responsibility, I would say, to lead the way on sustainability. I think it's a massive impact and a massive opportunity for the HR function. I mean, when you think about sustainability at the business level, if we're able to shape the purpose and the strategy of the company to show it's sustainable, then in terms of our capacity to attract and engage talent is huge.
HR can really make a key contribution, particularly around the way in which your employees engage with the purpose of your organisation and the way in which they use their skills to fulfil themselves. Increasingly, the purpose of an organisation will be why people engage with that company and why they stay.
I've been heavily involved in sustainability, and for us that's working right across the organisation. So we're looking at very much embedding that agenda into the people's strategy. So it's not seen as something separate, it's really embedded. And for me, it's such a huge topic. It's about keeping it really, really practical and real. And I guess in my role, I play two roles. I'm the HR director, so I'm looking at it from a day job perspective, but I'm also a sponsor for communities. So all of the exec team are involved in some way in sponsoring something on the sustainability agenda.
I think another one is actually about, attracting talent into the organisation, being really clear about if you're an organisation and part of your purpose is to deliver net zero and act on the climate emergency, you can bring an awful lot of talent into the organisation by being really clear that that's your purpose.
With boards, when you're designing particularly the incentives of the most senior management, boards and particularly other stakeholders like shareholders will want to see evidence that you are rewarding the things that they want to see, and often the things that they want to see are progress on this sort of agenda.
If you look at executive pay or executive remuneration, more organisations, and certainly the one I am working with, have linked long-term incentives and executive pay to the deliverable of a number of the UN climate change goals. So lining up these longer term goals to longer term incentives and driving the behaviour and performance of the business and things like carbon intensity in terms of how much renewable energy is installed, really important.
I think in terms of the communication internally to colleagues, to help colleagues understand. I think there is pressure coming upwards anyway from colleagues in a business and from society about what are you doing, are we doing enough?
HR has the opportunity, whether it's about how your reward structures are created, about whether it's about an engagement, whether it's about attraction and retention. It so cuts into all our agenda. So building those collaborative connections with the parts of your organisation that are responsible for the different pieces of ESG. I think ESG is a people issue, not just it's not just about climate.
I think as an executive team, you all have to feel that joint sense of accountability to achieve these goals. And sustainability in its true sense is ESG, of which a big part of that is around diversity and inclusion, social mobility, and those things specifically, clearly, the people agenda is a big part of.